I think I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it might be. So I remember hearing about it because there are a few other ones, a few different gods of the moon.
Oh, Heidi, you're playing you're playing why am I blanking on that word?
Paladin?
Why am I blanking? Oh, you're playing Mercy. Why was I blanking on her name? You're playing a Saludite, and you don't. Do you even know who Shar is? I'm teasing.
That's like her evil sister or something, right? I read the wiki fandom page briefly
Yes.
a while back.
You do know. Very nice.
Yeah, so just so you know, there's a dark side to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Pink Floyd starts playing.
Mysterious as the dark side of the moon.
Fair enough. So Thronis, how are you doing? You just kind of got launched through a portal, and then kind of landed with 3 people on top of you. Celia's gone.
Well, I don't. How long does it take me to focus up and try to get myself stand up before I notice there's people on me?
I mean, that's up to you if you want to roll a Constitution check of some kind to kind of gauge roughly how that's going.
Let's say it's a 12 to see how quickly I can, sober up from the fall.
All right.
So is Althronus okay?
You good, bro?
Yeah, I just want to know he's alive. Is he okay? Still breathing?
Well, unless Siler has suddenly decided to not play with Thronis anymore, he is alive.
He is, and he's getting himself up slowly, a little groggily. His hair's a little disheveled. Someone may or may not have grabbed him by one of his horns when they were getting up.
Yeah, I will also say Gale is still on you.
I'll leave this to you and how much he weighs, but I'll do a strength check to just not give a shit that he's on me and just stand back up.
I mean, I'm sure I could find that exact measurement of how much he weighs if I search the wikis enough, but I'm gonna say, let's say 130, I don't know, somewhere in that range. 100, I don't know. He's muscular. Maybe something more, maybe something less. I don't know. I think if you're just like launching yourself up, you probably wouldn't notice. If you're doing anything a little bit less,
it's a slow getting up and not really caring if something is slowly rolling off me.
Yeah, then I'd say you probably feel this guy slowly slide down your chest and kind of onto the floor. And kind of, I will say, he kind of falls onto the floor and then he kind of rolls over. And he kind of, the 3 of you kind of see this guy go, kind of reaching out. I need... And you actually hear from the rafters above you say, "Oh, right. Remember that mirror I gave you? We lent you, little miss?" Celia, I think you have it.
I think I do too.
But is she going to admit it?
How expensive does this mirror look?
Roll, I guess this would be a history check? Is there a fencing something check?
That would be either intelligence or wisdom based on whatever ability they're using for their info, her being her background. She probably has a good idea of how much something's worth, how to fence something magical.
17.
history, insight, or investigation. But yeah, history. A 17, you get the sense that this would be, I think with the 17, get the sense that this could be worth something. It seemed like it had a pretty niche use when you were using it before. The construction is nice on its own, but the fact that it's magical could lend. I think with that, you're not certain like how much this enchantment would go for, how much value that would add, but it would add at least a little bit of value, if not a significant amount. I think it would also occur to you, perhaps, that this guy, you have come to this guy in search for help, and this guy does not seem to be doing well so far. Actually,
yeah, there's like a moment of hesitation when she really thinks about just keeping the mirror and pretending like she doesn't know what they're talking about. But then she remembers that we need him so that way he can help save Zam.
Damn it, I remember the reason we're here.
It's not even worth it. Fine.
I will actually ask, just everybody roll... actually, no, I'm not going to make you guys roll for this. As he's kind of like rolling around on the floor, it kind of looks like he's in pain to some degree. You actually see, before you had noticed this strange tattoo or marking of some kind running up his neck. It was kind of hidden by his robe a bit, but now that he's moving around, it's kind of become more apparent. It's glowing. It's like kind of in the middle of his chest, this glowing purple, what seems like a tattoo, but it's some sort of sigil of some kind, almost looking like smoke, and it winds up his neck, kind of touching the corners of his cheek. The three of you, though, do notice he grabs this. As I assume you're kind of handing him the mirror.
Yes.
As he grabs this kind of mirror from you, perhaps a little forceful, but he just kind of mutters to you under some of these groans, "Thank you." And he actually kind of grabs this thing with both hands now and pulls it close to his chest, kind of holding it there for a moment. With nothing happening, he's kind of like sitting up against the frame of his bed now. He holds it close to his chest, close to this sort of sphere on it. And it this mirror sort of begins to almost dissolve in light. This sort of white, slightly bluish light kind of unravels from this mirror, and it is pulled through the air just a short distance into this orb in his chest, kind of making it glow brighter for a moment, and then slowly this light kind of retracts from the corners of his cheek down his neck and back into the sphere before it becomes dark again like a tattoo. And with the deep sigh of relief, this wizard kind of slumps back on the onto the kind of frame of this bed and kind of takes again a deep sigh before kind of turning and looking back towards the three of you. That's very refreshing.
So what just happened there?
I suppose I do owe you my thanks and perhaps a bit of an explanation. Though I believe introductions first. I see you've met my friend, Tara. My name, I don't know if she's introduced me already, but my name is Gale Dakaris. And who might I have the pleasure of meeting here?
Cordelia glances to the side, waits for one of you guys. Well, I won't be shy. My name's Cordelia Barman. Very good to make your acquaintance. Actually, we are here because we need your help. We have heard that you may have the powers to help our friend. Our friend is in dire straits. He's got magical shards stuck in him, and we need help.
Well, nice to meet you, Miss Barman. I see she's a lively one.
Who?
Yes, all in good time. Sorry, I need a bit of a moment to catch my breath here. The two of you, if I may ask?
Celia.
Ziegler, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. He's still groggily and has been ignoring everybody as he's been massaging his head since he hit the ground. Kind of went face first, so it's kind of a little bruised, disheveled hair. And he keeps rubbing the side of one of his horns. Oh, right. Arthritis.
Well then, nice to meet the three of you. And to not seem rude, I, again, would like to offer my deep thanks. The situation there was perhaps a bit grisly, but it sounds like there was an urgent matter, Miss Barman? That you,
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like just again, it was you needed my help with a friend of yours?
Yes.
May I ask what type of help you're requiring?
Magical surgery?
I think that might be something I could help with.
Thank you.
I do want to preface any business we may have going forward with perhaps a bit of a warning. I can't share too much about the goings-on, but I will let you know that I have a bit of a condition right now.
You mean like the flu? I got a real good cure-all for that. I mean, you just mix yourself some 7-Up and get you some saltine crackers. I mean, fix you right up.
Sort of like the flu, but if the flu slowly sucked away my magic. Granted, I was quite the powerful wizard before, but my powers have been reduced. Granted, I do believe I am still well within my means of helping you with your surgery, you said?
Yes.
Alright. I'll need a little bit of time at the very least to get myself ready for something of the sort, but I believe in the meantime, I have thanks to share with you. Tara actually kind of perks up from the rafters that she's kind of sitting in, saying, I did manage to get their help, but did promise, yes, your help with this and perhaps some compensation. I believe that's all fair enough. I guess other than this help, did you have a particular form of compensation in mind?
I think you mentioned that we need help. The friend, right? You did say that. I can just imagine it.
I suppose that probably would be good to evaluate that situation. But I think that at least some other form of compensation would be due. I have... Let's say, as of recently, I have, in recent times, had a bit of an excess of items that used to serve another purpose, but no longer have the magical qualities I need for them. Well, such as this mirror. I think I could let a few of them go, and if you know someone who perhaps knows someone, I won't judge. I'm definitely not going to judge, but I think that could help with finances, so to say.
So you're giving us magic items that no longer are magical.
Perhaps I could find a few that I can spare that do still have the magic in them. But, say this mirror, it didn't have the most powerful enchantment on it, but its craftsmanship is still elegant, and I'm sure you could find someone that would be happy to buy it. If you'd like, I can perhaps search and do some of that on my own, but that might take a bit of time. That sounds like it might be useful to spend on other things. Like
So when, if we want to do the friend thing first, and then when you get back after hopefully helping us with that, and you find whatever stuff you're willing to give us graciously for this help, we can totally take care of that later down the line, like in a day or 3.
Something of the sort. I think I have a few things I'd like to catch up on. I'll be honest with the 3 of you. I don't exactly know how long I was gone for. It felt like longer than I think it would have actually been, but I kind of lost track of time to a certain degree. I don't know how well you are acquainted with the workings of the astral plane, but time exactly doesn't flow in the same way.
Okay, what I'm hearing is we need to check we're still in the same day, because what if it's been a week and Zam's getting worse?
I'm like, wait, is the city
how-
still there when we look out the window?
Yeah.
How long was it for you, roughly?
It should still be the same day, shouldn't it?
A
I don't
couple
have a
hours?
watch.
Yeah, for context, in your perspective, it's been like 2 hours, if that. Maybe more like, I'd say a solid 2 hours, given the travel time as well, up and down.
That's still too much. For all we know, it could have been a day already.
Oh no, if it's been a few hours, it's probably been a few minutes in here. The astral plane, time tends to move slower than it does here. Slower there than it does here. So, what could be 1,000 years there could have been only a few minutes here. You want to be careful with the Feywild. That's where it gets tricky.
This already sounds more than tricky enough. Okay, so let's go check on Zam before we finish with the thing here. What else did we want to try to do today?
Here, take the mirror. Perhaps give me an address of some kind, and I can take a look at visiting you when I have the chance. I assume you did not bring him here. Whoever you're
No, he's resting
wait.
right now.
As soon as you can come.
He's
I mean,
a walking bomb.
this is a
bomb.
Well,
We didn't explain this
That
to
could
him.
certainly
Shit.
be a problem.
We explained it to his cat. Shit.
I can fill you in on the details, Mr. Takaitis. Those that they shared with me, at least. Thank you, Tara. That would be much appreciated. I should probably get something to eat, kind of looking and turning towards the other side of the room when he kind of notices, oh, looks like we have another guest here. Looking at the drow, who seems to, at least for the moment, be unconscious on the floor.
Oh, that. Don't worry about that. That's just some extra luggage we picked up on the way. We'll take care of it.
Right. I didn't get a good look at what was going on, but I did feel that there were a few others in there, except for myself and you three.
Yeah, some people who said they wanted to do stuff with... I don't know if it was you or where they were, or what they were after.
That may perhaps get into my condition. I recently had received that condition, and shortly before I had renovated my tower with a spell to make it much the size of a castle on the inside. But my condition, it was an ongoing spell that persisted within me as well as the tower itself, and it seems my condition twisted that in quite the nasty way. But thank you. I do appreciate your help with that. He kind of wipes some of the sweat from his brow and kind of bends down to pick up a piece of the cover of the book that you had found and helped or worked to destroy. I will say, Candlekeep will not be happy at me with this. Never mind then. Is there anything perhaps that I can help with at this particular moment?
Well, is there a straightforward way to get out the door?
Yes, the stairs, I think. Would you like me to show you the way?
Well,
You
are
ever
y'all
consider
ready?
just making an elevator, just a makeshift pulley? Quick, easy down.
I had a teleportation system within my house, this tower, but I don't know if I want to try using that because it might go haywire.
Stairs it is.
I will
Pulley
definitely.
system.
Go the
Always
analog way, less
usually
options
works.
for glitches.
I mean, if you really want to, you could rappel down the tower. Is that here? Let me just, if this is what you're wanting to go with, let me just find something real quick. And he kind of goes and kind of turns away, and he's gonna start searching this room, kind of pulling out drawers and kind of opening cabinets and looking around. Takes him a minute. Anybody doing anything while he's rummaging around here?
Yeah, just peeking over his shoulder.
Recollecting my rope and asking Celia, so do you want to just drag him with us, or just, put him in a sack and just take him with us? Wake him up?
Let me try and wake him up first.
Let's see, that's one. He kind of says to himself.
Celia's gonna go over to the drow, who's still unconscious, and kind of lean over and try and shake him awake, lightly slap his face awake.
Let's see. I was gonna say
Just that All Might scene of just come on, wake up.
Wake up, young Midoriya. Just kind of constantly slapping him over and over again.
She autographed his book and everything.
Roll something. I'd say that's enough. You kind of Are you slapping? Are you shaking? Are you poking?
Shaking and poking, and then if he doesn't wake up, then I'll resort to some light, non-lethal slaps.
Oh, you don't want to slap this guy, silly?
He's a
No.
wizard. A D4 will kill him.
Exactly.
Dies from 1d4 waking up damage.
Yeah, like I want non-lethal bludgeoning. That's what I'm doing. No, shaking and poking.
Non-lethal slashing damage.
I'm surprised you didn't ask someone for some like a glass of water just thrown in his face.
That's also on the list of potentials, but she's gonna try and do this first.
You like shake. It actually does not take much. You shake him like 1 shake, 2 shake, 3 shake, and he like shoots up. And you actually see him reach for like his hip, and like he actually like kind of pauses though, like kind of when he reaches there and kind of like looks around, sees you. Says, "Where are we?"
Back
Where?
in the material plane.
And were we followed?
No.
Thank the gods. Thank the queen. Jeez. All right. Well, I will say thank you there. Got me out of a tight spot, unfortunately, I don't think. And he kind of like pauses for a moment and looks around. I don't think certain people will be happy. Actually, scratch that, a lot of certain people are going to be happy.
No, I don't think they will.
Gale just kind of cheerily goes from the other corner of the room, and that's 2. There we go.
You best hurry back.
I kind of looks over your shoulder at both Ronis and Cordelia, or like looks around at both Ronis and Cordelia. It's like, is now a good time? I guess I'll have to consider things. I'll be checking in on a certain few things on what I guess I'll do now. I lost that job, that's for sure. If I come back all on my own, that's gonna look pretty bad.
Celia shrugs. Been there before.
You've not met the Xanathar. He is terrifying. The slightest thing can set him off.
How loud is he talking?
Probably loud enough that if Othronis and Cordelia could hear, like, might have heard that. Gale does not seem to be interested in what is going on with
I'm
that
gonna roll a quick
conversation.
perception check to see if I hear that, and if it does, it might trigger something.
That's what I was worried about.
Listen, this guy might be a wizard, but
Not the smartest crayon in the box, I get it. Celia relates. But read the room. Yeah, as soon as he says that, there's a very pointed look from Celia, and she immediately, like, brings her finger up to her lip, like, zip it.
You see, like, as soon as you do that, regardless of whether Rosanis hears that, he like at least like right before he does anything, like this guy is just gonna like stiffen up and go. He looks over his shoulders very quickly.
Okay, yeah, no, I rolled a 5, so you actually can see Orthronis. He's actually not paying attention to either of that. He's actually just been finicking or fiddling with his the side of his face for some reason away from you guys.
I'm just imagining doing that thing that they sometimes do in anime where he sticks his pinky in his ear, kind of trying to clean out wax.
I mean, it's that, but he's also kind of like refastening his eye patch. Seems to have like slipped a little bit, so.
Gotta maintain the cool factor.
I mean, that, and who wants to look at a weird eye? Come on.
Yeah. Is it a weird eye? I thought it was a normal eye. I thought you just wore an eye patch for the hell of it.
For the aesthetics.
He said it's for the aesthetic. He was very much so.
Ah, that's right. That's right. Got the one eye and then the other.
I think the only person who's ever actually seen underneath his actual, like, the eye was... She's not even here anymore.
No.
Fair enough. Though, I mean, hopefully that'll change. Hopefully we'll get Kimmy back. That would be nice.
One day.
But we'll see.
But
that
after
becomes the quest of this campaign.
yes, hunt down Nyla and get her back.
Nyla, we
The
found a whole
quest
bunch
for
of gold. Yeah.
But after like a beat of not hearing anything from Rithronis, Celia will turn back towards the trap. Do what you must, but make it quick.
Are you wanting me to come back or just get out of here?
Get out of here. We're not going to be here for long.
You don't have to tell me twice. I will say, Othronis, are you just like entirely turned in the other direction, or are you?
Yeah, no, entirely turned in the other direction. He seems like, you ever seen a thing like someone's trying to get like those morning crisp things out of their eyes or something? There's something in his eye, you think, or something, but so he's kind of just doing that, trying to make sure his hair doesn't get in the way. This is one of the poor things that they don't tell you about having like long, medium hair. It can get in your eyes and bother you if you're not careful.
Cordelia, are you paying attention to this conversation or not? Did you want to roll for something, or are you just like, don't really care?
I'm just watching.
All right. Watching who? Watching what? Gale? Celia? Othronis? Are you invested in on how many eye boogies he gets out of his eyes?
It may be.
All right.
All right. If you are actually watching him, just give me a quick perception for that.
Gonna roll for Gale.
It's 4.
Curiosity. Okay, Gale is not paying attention.
He is concentrated on his work because he's a good person.
We got like a trifecta going on of wizards who are wizards and are smart, but also are perhaps not the brightest crayons in the box. Maybe that's mean to Gale. Maybe that's mean.
I mean, he did just come back from whatever that ordeal was.
Yeah. He's looking for something, and he's found 2 of them so far. Cordelia, did you want to roll something, or are you just nah?
I'm just watching these guys and their silliness. She's just ready to go home and.
If you can, give me a quick perception check if you want.
Sure. Do. Da, 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 da. Ooh, nat 20.
Wow. That's what we
Isn't that just how it goes on the most insignificant rolls?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll send you a quick message. This is exactly what you see.
Actually, I need to go and use the restroom real quick. I'm sorry. If you did want to discuss that, or if you guys want to discuss something else, I will be back. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, no problem. You saw him fiddling with his eye patch, trying to keep his hair out of it. And you do notice what his eye would look like underneath it. It's going to show you really quickly in Would it be art or where am I putting it?
Wherever you want to put it, I guess.
Yeah, I think art will do.
Ooh, cataracts.
Yeah, he's doing that, but here's the thing. It keeps flickering back and forth between looking like that and looking like that.
Neat. Athronis, you got something in your eye there. And she's just gonna immediately like put her hands on you and try to like start looking at your eyeball. Ew.
I'm very much taller than you, but yeah, you can clearly saw a good few times where he blinked
just climbing you
and it was
like a child
kept changing it.
on a plate. She's just trying to climb up you like a child on like playground equipment, like paying no heed to what she's grabbing, just like, oh, you got something going on with your eye. And she's just like trying to like pry your eye open to check it out.
Just ignoring all of that and just putting his eye patch back on.
So why does her eye do that?
Well, it usually happens with injury or scarring or something bad. You know, you shouldn't look at the sun for too long. It tends to blind you.
You know, I was told that as a little kid, but I like to see the polka dots in the sky after you blink.
I am just a little impressed and terrified how good or better shot you would be if you hadn't damaged yourself like that.
But I didn't do often, just every once in a while when I was bored.
People say they don't need much to mess them up.
True.
Yeah, but no, it's been itchy for a while. Probably something I'll check out later. Also, and I don't know if anyone's ever seen the Host Club. I just imagine this is the. I'm trying to remember the exact scene where like the little kid just climbs up on the tallest one.
Yay! Honey.
Oh god, I reminded myself. Have you guys seen like the live action version of that?
No.
They did an okay job, but there are some things that just the effects on there were not good.
Yeah, I refuse to see the live action version of that.
Yeah, they could have done better. Probably can do better now, but you know, somebody had to try.
Interesting.
Gotta get it wrong before you can get it right. Okay, anyone else want to drop a hint of what feat they might have taken?
Oh, I will once we get back to the tavern.
Who's taking bets? What do we think Cordelia's feat is?
Oh, what is Cordelia's feat?
Size
Performer.
5.5. Ooh.
Because that's very Cordelia-esque.
I mean, I'm putting money down on Sharpshooter just because it makes the most sense.
Sharpshooter would be the
But
most
she could
practical
also have
feat.
done a bunch of other ones. So, but I mean, any other ones you could have picked, out of like the dozens there are to just make stuff funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we're going practical, definitely Sharpshooter. If we're going impractical and just thematically appropriate, I'm leaning towards the performance feat.
I will
thought
say
you
I
might
did
have
go
picked the
practical,
actor
but in a
feat.
different direction.
Maybe mobile? No, you don't get close often.
I mean, there's also there's a specific gunslinger feat that like it would have teaching you gunslinging, but it also lets you save from a misfire like every so often. That's pretty good for like someone who's constantly using guns. Might have been that. I don't know.
I don't know if we're doing like misfires.
Yeah, not exactly. It's like
But I know
roll
that
to
one
hit,
also
like
lets
usual.
you fire at close range without provoking disadvantage, which is also cool.
And I don't know, I need to reread it, because I think it also gives you like a bonus free reload.
Something like that. Sorry, did you go practical or did you go...
You guys talking feats?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, size 10.5 kicks, baby.
Size 10.5. The ladies love them. Actually, I mean, I'm size 11.5 to 12. Ladies don't love me. I'm kidding.
It's because you gotta introduce yourself properly.
Oh, that's it. Down, do it. I'm sorry, bad jokes all around. But yeah, no. I mean, did you guys share what feats you took, or?
We're taking
hinting.
bets.
You were what?
Hinting and taking bets upon, when they get revealed.
Which, I mean, I guess we don't necessarily do that in game. I guess we could do that out of game. I mean, we could do that now. We could save it because I'm sure those will come up sooner or later. You guys
we already took our bets on Cordelia, right?
Yes.
What was the
So I
bet?
think I'm 100% wrong, but that was my bet.
What were the bets? Now I gotta know. I promised
Sharpshooter and gun arm or something. And then impractical
gunner?
for me was actor. Yeah, the gunner feat. And then
Yeah.
impractical was actor. What was yours?
Like a performance defeat.
Yeah, I was also probably leaning towards the actor one, but something performance-wise.
Is that for Cordelia or Thronus?
Cordelia.
What's up for? Okay. Fun stuff. I mean, do you guys want to take bets on, you two?
Let's see.
I'm betting on
I feel
Tough
like
or Celia just so she survives.
What for Celia?
Tough.
Oh, tough.
The Tough feat, that, or she might have taken an adapt. Not sure which. She might have gone for sorcerer, might have gone for another wizard spell, or maybe
Magic.
dip into something else. Yeah, just magic. Something to essentially boost up her already impressive magical abilities.
To be fair,
Mine
that
is
is
both,
a pretty broad.
Yeah. My feat is both surprising and very on brand.
It is both
I was gonna
unexpected
say-
and totally expected.
Tavern fighter for you, Athronis. It just seems like something kind of up your alley. Like a whiskey bottle in one hand, break it if you really need to, and use it as a
It
shank.
was a close tie between three. That's one of them. The other two, before I picked the last one, I decided instead of going tactical, because Tough was actually another contender to hit more hit points, never a bad thing. I decided to go something a little bit more story driven. It's still useful and everything, but it's a little bit more like it happened because of how our story has progressed.
Huh.
Fair
Now I'm
enough.
curious.
And I've already given a few hints. Actually, no, I gave one small hint among the
Kind of.
other jargon.
All the jargon. Cordelia, you got any bets for? Oh no, you said Tavern Brawler. That's right.
And for Celia, I mean, my gut instinct is oh gee, yeah, I had it in my head. Actor, but she's already kind of sly enough. It's
Sly
maybe
enough
it's
as is.
too obvious.
More charisma. Let's go.
You hear that, Celia? She says you're sly enough already. You cannot become any more sly.
that a
I'm sad that we all didn't do what we said we were going to do and just all picked observant just to not have such a terrible observation.
I mean, you don't know that I didn't pick observant.
Hey, my perception
100% did not pick observant.
was a nat 20 just a minute ago, so, you know.
She is pretty observant already.
If that happens
She
again,
actually
Orthronus will like, if it happens again on a perception check, Orthronus will do something for you.
Oh. It is interesting, actually, knowing, like, because all of you, of course, know what you chose. I know what everybody chose. And everybody's a little right, and everybody's a little wrong. Kind of. Sort of. Not really.
But in the end, will it matter? Because we still gotta try and save Xander.
Yeah,
True.
that is probably the more pressing quest. So actually now getting back into it. Picking up where we left off. So I think we just determined that nobody is paying attention right now other than Celia. So this Drow Mage, there's kind of these kind of balconies on pretty much every direction, because it's an interesting room because it's open air design at the top of this tower, and there's kind of, you could look out at the city in almost any direction. So this drow just kind of like backs up and says to you, Celia, quietly, "I'll make sure he knows what has happened. Cover's gone, but perhaps there's still some useful information we've gained. Good luck."
Hello, Franny.
Hello, Heidi.
Sorry, it's just Franny. He just jumped up on my chest. Hi, buddy.
Yeah,
What's
that would
up?
definitely do
Your
it.
big butt in my face? Oh, it's a very
Sky-
nice, handsome butt. Schmack. He's a husky boy, okay? I gotta appreciate it every once in a while.
You good, Heidi?
Yes, I'm good. Okay, now he's just gonna sit there. Okay,
Mhm,
buddy, you
mhm.
can make biscuits.
Celia, you watch, and none of the rest of you watch. You watch as this drow mage just kind of turns around and vaults over the railing on this tower and just kind of disappears out of sight.
Cool. Celia will
Granny,
turn
don't
back
put
towards
all
the
your
group
weight
like
on
nothing
me.
happened.
Oh my gosh.
You hear a thud a moment later. I'm kidding.
Did he know we were on like the 50th floor?
To be fair, it's probably
You'll
more
find
like
out soon.
6. This is a nice city, but it is still, medieval fantasy. I mean, there are towers, but not like 50-story towers, I don't think.
Like 50-foot drop, that'd still be bad.
Oh yeah, 50-foot drop, or probably more like 60, 70 with a tower like this.
I hope he's got at least like a feather fall off in him, otherwise.
Well, perhaps he has something still there. Perhaps he's all out. Perhaps he was expecting something else to happen. Yeah, no. You kind of, Celia, you like watch him vault over, and you kind of like take a moment to look, like kind of watch. He's now disappeared, and like a moment later, like a beat, comedic timing beat, you hear Gale go, "Aha! There, I found you. All 3. Now, what were you saying?" Right. Where'd your friend go?
Huh?
You're the little guy there. Is everything all right?
Celia will pretend like she's looking around. Oh. I guess it's gone.
Roll deception at advantage.
Probably had someplace to be.
Good thing I had that advantage because I rolled a 4 the first time.
Granny, don't put your balls directly on my face. Ew. This cat.
That's a sentence.
I'm sorry.
See, now, I have no choice but to accept that he's, he has a ball he likes to play with, and he just keeps shoving it at you to play with him.
Sure.
Not the other thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
That's exactly
we'll go
what it
with
was.
that.
He's not usually this lovey with me. But now that I have a laptop on my lap, he wants attention.
If it bothers you so much, just snip, snip. Sorry, no, I'm thinking about
what
that.
remains? I'm sorry, Franny. Oh, now he's gone. Sensitive topic.
Sensitive topic.
Yeah, no, he heard you. He definitely heard you.
He said, nope, I'm
Fair
not
enough.
buying. 21 for my deception check.
Yeah, that was not a... Well, I guess that's fine then. But I found something that perhaps, along with the mirror, can start to help with that. Start to help repay the debt that I have. And he kind of holds up, kind of between his fingers, he holds up 4 small coins or tokens of some kind. Here you are.
Electrum, no one uses this.
Oh, no.
So it turns out Electrum is actually the perfect conductor source, so you can actually hurt people when you hurl this at them.
Oh,
Throw it at people, and then you shoot a lightning spell at the coin,
yes.
and then it deals a small amount of damage to them, but it would have done more if you just shot them with an electric spell.
Yeah. Also, for some odd reason, whenever you hold this up, there's a chance lightning strikes you. That's if you try to use this to purchase something.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
but
looking.
I was just kidding. What was the coin?
They do not have. I'm checking because we do have the image that has all the coinage of the city, all the specific coinage. They do not. They just skipped Electrum. They have brass coins that are about. Let's see, it's 200 nibs, which would be about like 2 silver, I think. Oh no, it's like 2 gold, roughly. But they do not have Electrum. These actually do not appear to be coins upon closer inspection. These coins, you kind of approach and look a bit closer. They have a kind of a design that do seem to have it seems like they're constructed out of silver of some kind with kind of gold inlays as well, depicting a feather on them.
Ooh.
These tokens have a bit of a limited usability, perhaps not the most exciting, but do have them, one for each of you. Once a day, they let you fall without fear of damage. They have a bit of a feather fall-esque effect. They're feather tokens, but they recharge each day, so you can have one day. Effect.
I mean, I can jump off buildings and not die? Heck yeah!
Once a day.
Geronimo's for this gal.
I'd be ironically mad if I chose a feat that gave me a spell that was Featherfall and then received this item.
If that were the case, perhaps, I would give you the option to change that spell.
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
That would be so funny. Listen, this is going to come useful. I need Featherfall. By the way, here's some tokens of Featherfall. Well...
Damn it.
Huh. How long does that level up again?
It's when you meet a certain condition that remains unnamed, because that would be spoilers.
We are never gonna get there. We are gonna dance around it unknowingly for years.
I'd hope so. I'd hope you'd get there.
So. Wait.
I hope you never level up. You will never
Yay.
level up again.
We will be saved so much hard work if we just like semi-retire and just run the tavern, won't we?
But yes, I have one for each of you, so hold off out your hands, and I'll. I like passes it out almost like it's candy, like a grandma passing out candy. One for you, and one for you, and one for you.
All right. Now, do we need to have this on us, or can it just be like we have to like be holding it to activate, or what can we do?
Yes, have it on you, and yes, the first time when you fall, you can choose to activate it. You'll be able to feel its presence and activate it, and you'll be able to descend slow enough to not take damage. I do, though, recommend still making sure you are feet first. Could be a little bit of a jolt of a landing. Don't want to do that on your head.
So, do you just like stop once you get 6 feet from the ground and fall normally, or is it like? Because that's what I hear.
I suppose there are variations. These ones, though, they'll get you to the ground. They activate the last 60 feet from a drop, and they'll kind of slow your descent. I was about to say like a parachute, but that's not how parachutes. I mean, do they exist? I guess they kind of would, but not have the same.
Do, but not as good as we have them now. So I don't know if that would count or be a good example.
They're not part of the zeitgeist.
Although now I have to wonder, what if the ground underneath you breaks apart and becomes nothing, and you have to continue falling to like the effect stop and start again at 60 feet, or did you just waste it?
That would be an excellent question.
That would suck if you think you're about to hit the ground, activate Featherfall, and like, oh nope, it collapsed underneath itself again.
I'd say that also depends. I mean, personally, I'd rule out that depends on the nature of the ground cracking. If it's like immediately drops, like there's a pit trap or something, like for instance, where there's like a pit underneath you, and then there's like, a couple of sticks holding up, like covered by leaves, that like immediately break. I'd say that would still count as the same Featherfall. If it's like,
what if you're landing like on the second floor, then before you hit it, something random like a dragon just shoots fire breath at the second floor below and just destabilizes your landing just before like you're 10 feet away from it?
Because again, I'd say that like the spell ends once you're like on the ground. So I'd say it like take like a second or two. A second or two that would be like not, you can't like do it again and like jump and like still use the same Featherfall necessarily. Maybe, I guess that would depend on ruling. Actually, no, maybe I would allow that. I don't know. But you would, it would like end when you are on the ground, not like right above the ground. So like if you're standing on, like if you fall and then you fall on ice, and like holds you up for a second, then it breaks. Then I'd say that would, that would expend the Featherfall. We're getting into the semantics of Featherfall.
It just helps you not immediately splat.
Yes, it's mostly good for, if you find yourself falling from a building, or if falling from, somewhere high up, if you're flying on something and then, you lose your grip. You're not gonna go splat, like you said. I would recommend, if you are high enough up, it does last for a minute, so if you're gonna be over a minute in the air, it would be good to save that until you're closer to the ground.
Wait, so can you activate it manually, or does it have to be like as soon as it knows you're 30, 60 feet above the ground?
Yes, it will. You can activate it manually. So if you don't have to, like, if you trip and fall down the stairs, for instance, it's not necessarily going to activate unless you choose for it to activate. That way, later in the day you can do that. You could still have that. Like if you fill out this. Sorry, I'm getting into semantics. It is perhaps nice to argue the theoretical uses of a spell like this, but I do think I have other things to tend to. So either there's the stairs,
that's fair. That's
or
fair.
if you want,
Okay.
so there's the stairs, or if you choose, there is the balcony.
Okay.
And
Gray
he does
skull.
gesture towards
Troll skull. Manor, that's where we have to be. That's where we go.
Troll Skull Manor.
Thank you.
Yes, I was wondering. I'll be honest. That you said Troll Skull, and I thought of its uses in alchemical salves, but the manor.
We sold that
heard of
already.
it.
Yes, that's where you can find Zam.
The empty, haunted manor over in the north.
It's not empty anymore.
Oh.
Newly refurbished. Thank you. Oh, need to turn this talk. About to be finished repairs. As soon as we get back into it. But yeah, no, it's very lively when it's in business. Stop on by when you get a chance.
Didn't
Well,
realize
stop
that it
on by
changed hands.
soon.
Yes. I understand the subtext. And you said Zam. Alright. Can you... I guess Tara will fill me in on some of the details. And I forget exactly what you guys had filled Tara in. I assume, let's just say, the basics, like explosion, some sort of, like, magical gunk in his
Magical crystals
chest.
embedded in Zam. He's about to blow up the entire city.
Someone may or may not have used a fireball explosion thingy, and part of that kind of lodged in him. Sort of. That's what I was explaining.
That certainly is not good news. All right. Give me a few hours and I'll make my way over there.
Woo.
Oh, and along with the coins, take this mirror. If you can find somebody to fence it to, it should give you a bit of a pretty penny.
It's only the one mirror, right?
He's handing you the mirror, though he did kind of mention perhaps he'll have, a few other things that he might bring you later.
Later.
He's pawning off his junk to us to sell.
I mean, we get to keep the money. That seems like a win.
For those, I think we've shared a bit, Cordelia. I'm sharing this out of game. At least at the moment, he's not one to, share the details of his condition. You kind of saw enough that he is consuming the strands of weave from magical items, and you're, getting the leftovers. He's recycling, he's reusing. He got what he needed out of them, and now he's finding somebody that can have a good use out of it, good use out of it.
Nice.
Or at least a middleman that would get good use out of it.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Do you
Out
take
of the wizard's
stairs? Do
house.
you take the balcony?
Taking the stairs.
Well, taking the stairs. Cordelia taking the stairs. Well,
Yep.
He's gonna grab Celia and give her a quick kiss on the cheek and jump out the window.
I knew he would. I knew as soon as he got the coin, he was not going to be able to resist that.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised you guys are taking the stairs. You guys are making such a fuss about going down the stairs.
Oh no, I was fine going down the stairs.
No, they just wanted like a direct straight path out of here without any like the crazy teleportating loops, I think.
you don't want to get stuck in the interdimensional tower again?
Are we gonna get paid? Like, in coins and magical items and stuff?
But for real this time?
Perhaps he'll bring stuff when he goes to help treat Zam.
We'll see.
I mean,
no, taking the stairs down.
Yeah, I've got a fence. I'm pretty sure Celia's got a fence. Cordelia might have a fence. I don't know. Well, we'll see who can get the best price for this.
You did just realize that one of your friends as well also has a fence. Or your friend is a thief, and the thief would probably have a fence. But you guys also have your own.
Rose, I forgot about her.
We have options.
I need to tell Rose about this tower. Rose, this is what a real wizard tower's like.
Steal from this motherfucker.
Yeah, no. And here's the thing. If you can word it right, he might just switch with you. Because, such bad memories of this tower and all the shit that's gone wrong. Let him get a fresh start in a nice fixer-upper tower that he could, design to, his perfect design. And you can just take over this, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I would totally help her to try and sell this.
Girl, get yourself a brand new wizard's tower.
Yeah, now see, this is a proper thief's hideout. And just people will assume it's still his because we don't tell nobody.
God, I can only imagine what rent or the mortgage on wizard's tower.
See, that's another selling point. The other one, that one's supposedly non-use. So, we fix up a secret entrance. He gets a free fixer-upper wizard's tower, and you get a nicer place to stay.
Oh, sorry. I'm cracking up over this. Oh, man. Being a DM's fun. So I assume Othronus is jumping out the window. Are the two of you still going down the stairs?
Still going down the stairs like a sane human. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Cordelia also did not jump out the window.
Do you say anything as you're walking down?
Exactly that.
I'm a sophisticated lady now. I'm an adult. I could go down the stairs. Is there a banister?
I'm surprised you didn't say I'm cultured.
I'm cultured.
Is there a banister that I could potentially slide my butt down?
Yes, there. It's kind of broken up, so it's not like one banister, but you can take 3 or 4
That's okay.
different banisters.
I can ramp them.
I will also add, as you're going down the stairs inside, the layout does seem, in fact, to be different than it was in the extra-dimensional version of the tower. Seems to be perhaps a bit more sensible and coherent. Perhaps still a bit of a mess, but less arcane dysfunction, more regular dysfunction. With, I guess, a bit of arcane mixed into the mix. So no, arcane dysfunction. Of a different kind. Anyway.
So what do I need to do to slide down this banister?
I could make you roll a check, but I think you just slide down the banister.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's kind of broken up a little bit, but you kind of, hop on, it's actually, it's been pretty well maintained, the tower itself. So it's a pretty smooth slide. Don't catch.
I'm doing him a favor. I'm polishing it with my butt. We're fine.
Polishing it with your butt.
Mm-hmm.
How everything should be polished.
Yep.
So yeah. Celia, you just kind of saunter on down, following after Cordelia.
Yep.
and Othronus, you have jumped out the window. I assume you would like to.
I assume I get down there first, right?
Yeah, you definitely get down there first. Do you get down there with or without taking damage? Do you activate the token?
I do take some damage, but I did activate the token. I rolled a few other things, just because he said like you just have to activate the token. He didn't necessarily like how. I don't know if it was a word activated, squeeze it really hard. You have to say a command word.
You do feel it. It is. I think you've dealt with enough magical items that you would know. It's like a semi-familiar feeling of like, oh, okay, the magic item is kind of reaching out to my mind. Do I want to?
Yeah, no. It's when that happened that there was some crossed wires and stuff happened. But when the others get down there, they'll more likely run into him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess if you've decided that you're taking damage, that's on you. That's your choice. That's your prerogative.
Yeah, I rolled some stuff, and that was
you take
12,
that
8, and a 5. So yeah, that was unfortunate damage taken.
All right. I don't know how you want to rule it. If you like fall on your face, or if you on your back, or if you just land really cool.
I'll leave it a surprise if anyone investigates. If not, I'm just gonna walk around the tower because I assume I jumped out the side window. So assuming I hit first, I'm gonna walk around after I pick myself up.
Did we hear like a loud crash outside?
Thud.
Oh god.
Actually, you know what? Part of this is how you want to roll it, but if you want to, like, I will say that, like, unless you have any objections, you okay, let me roll to see what this ends up being. If I roll a certain number, then it is definitely going to be something. Sorry, I know I'm being cryptic.
That's why we love you.
Oh. So just to kind of go play by play, you jump out the window, kind of without a care in the world, very confident. To be fair, you get a pretty cool look at the city as you're falling. You kind of fiddle with this coin, uncertain exactly of what to do, but well enough you realize that you kind of need to reach, accept this effect in your mind, and you begin to slow down. Perhaps not quite as quickly as you expected, and in fact you are still careening decently quickly, but it's probably fine until you look down and you see somebody kind of walking around, pushing this cart that seems to be filled with pottery, and you realize that you are about to make impact. I will say roll athletics or acrobatics. Oh, yeah.
I rolled that exact actual athletics and acrobatics when I did the thing to see if I was going to be able to stick this landing or fail horribly. That was the 8.
All right, 8. I will say you're able to kind of maneuver so that you don't fall on as much pottery, but you do fall on some pottery. So you do take. I don't know if you already rolled how much damage you're taking. Generally, I'd recommend or ask that you leave some of that sort of stuff up to discuss between player and DM. But how much damage, I guess, do you take?
Okay, so here's what I was thinking with mine. Like it was essentially following the same narrative of like being the first time I've actually used a feather fall. I've seen the magic done before, I've just never done it myself. So I wasn't sure if I was slowing down as much as I was supposed to, and I just kept trying to do it again and again, and something else happened, and something may have caught fire, and I may have taken like 2 points of fire damage, and there may now be a small hit of fire that may or may not have been where I landed on that side of the
All right. So I will just kind of set the scene as Cordelia and Celia, as you're midway through the stairs that you are kind of going down. You do hear this crash come from outside and down these stairs. Perhaps speeding up your pace, you kind of race down and find Othronus. You are, you've kind of crashed into the pottery. This cart has been partially tipped over. It did seem like they were transporting spices of some kind in these pots. And would you care to describe what is going on with you in this moment?
Cool. I'm slowly getting up, dusting myself off. And it's weird because falling into a thing of pottery and appears to be some spices, because now there's some fresh new scents in the air. There's a bit of deja vu for you guys, because he comes back adding a lot his clothes and stuff, except he doesn't look like he just fell on the ground taking normal bludgeoning damage. He looks like that one time he was used as target practice by Celia for some reason.
It wasn't me this time.
She just leans over to Cordelia and whispers that into her ear.
Wait. Who else are you allowing to hit you with firebolt?
I can promise you, only you have hit me with firebolts.
Ooh, sexy.
Would that be true?
No one's firebolted me
Yeah,
yet.
no one has been able to
Set on
firebolt
fire.
Not
Other
during the
stuff has
campaign, but like...
Not during the campaign. And so far, no one else has firebolted me. Some other stuff, though.
I'm like talking about like pre-campaign. You sure? Maybe not. I don't know.
Not specifically firebolt. There may have been some other stuff. They may have leaned towards the ice and lightning side.
That would do it.
So if it
Setting
wasn't...
people on fire is fun, but if you blast them with ice, you can slow them down. You electrocute them, you can essentially immobilize.
No, I'll take the flames.
So you're ablaze. Sorry. You were going to say something.
So then if it wasn't someone else, who is... What happened? And she's gonna kind of step towards you and start to try and pat you down to like snuff out any embers of your clothes that might still be lit.
I will say there's a little bit of commotion on the street of like, what is going, like a scream of like, what's going on?
Ignore them. Let's just keep walking. I'm not
Let's
entirely
go.
sure. I might have a talk with him about this coin, and it might be faulty because I don't know if I did it right. I was slowing down a little. I don't know if I needed more, so I tried to do it again, but something else happened. I'll have a talk with him later.
I think you start just walking away and perhaps don't notice that this cart has slightly been set ablaze. And as you're walking, just a couple of guards just kind of race past and like kind of looking at you like, I mean, he seems okay, and like somebody just like splashes this cart with water, which seems to upset the merchant, because now spices are ruined.
Oh, those spices are
Oh,
ruined.
no.
Yeah, no salvation.
Oh,
You had some nice roasted spices and now they just ruined.
He almost made a profit off those.
You guys-
Adronis, did you take actual damage?
Yes, but I've already that's like par for the course for like that tower, so I'd say what's our next stop?
Are you still on fire, or has that died down?
I've patted it out. It took a bit. There were a couple small little.
Because as Celia is patting you down, there's this strange, like, silver mist that seems to come out of her hands. And you actually get the benefits of Cure Wounds as she casts Cure Wounds on you.
Ooh.
Though, I don't know if she realized that's what she's doing.
Fine silver mist.
I got to roll to see if I even noticed.
I love this. I love that you guys are both like using bits of these new feats, but like not even realizing it yourselves, and then nobody else is realizing it.
Yeah, no, that's the beauty of this part. The way you
love
let us
it.
do it is we got this. We just don't know how
I
or
don't know
why
how.
yet.
Don't know how, don't know
You
why.
can take 7 points of healing.
7 points of
Yay.
healing damage.
Oh, sure.
I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, baby, 30 points once again, invincible.
Woo.
Nobody can deal 30 points of damage in one turn. Or, deal 30 damage in general. That's a ridiculous number.
Yeah, it's not like our gunslinger could do that with a lucky shot.
Yeah. Turns out guns are dangerous.
They sure are.
They are a beautiful thing.
All right. Sorry. Until the
So
final-
how long until we arrive home?
Back home.
I guess I will clarify. Are you heading directly back? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Did we want to try something else or just go home and regroup?
We'll also
I think go home
add.
and regroup and check on Zam.
I will also add that you guys do notice it doesn't seem like much time has passed. In fact, like some of the, like, perhaps you didn't notice immediately, but like even some of the people on the street, perhaps not the people that are like moving through in a hurry, but even some of the people on the street seem to be in roughly the same
Damn.
position.
Okay, now I have to question it. If we look behind ourselves, are we going to see the backs of some very familiar-looking trio heading towards the tower?
No, I will.
Right about now, those idiots should be going in.
Those fools. Yeah, no, that is not the case. And I am using astral plane rules since that feels appropriate, considering you guys went to the astral plane and messed with the. It is just that time passes very slowly. Out of game, I will share that there are, particularly the GIF. They have to literally raise their children until they become adults. They have to raise them on, the material plane, because time does not really pass in the astral plane. You could literally live for thousands of years and not age barely a day.
That's what happened to them space elves. There's a specific race of those.
Darn Gith Yankee. Have fun dealing with a GIF. That also means that anybody get banished to the astral plane is basically immortal until they come back. But
Yeah, but then they miss out on all the fun stuff, so it's even.
yeah. So let's see. Sorry. So you guys are heading straight home, right? That's what you had said?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
That or a bar.
That
Ooh,
or
a
a bar.
Oh, but we literally live in a bar. You don't need to spend your money. We have food at home. We have booze at home.
Are you sure?
Alright.
Just double checking. Do we have booze at home?
We have booze
do,
at home.
in fact, have quite a bit of booze at home. Granted,
I
that's
think you brought
supposed to be for
home like
customers.
2 kegs of
have-
beer already.
I mean, you did do that. You have like 3 or 4 bottles still with you. Though I guess you've just been casually drinking those.
I finished the last bottle and saved those to like just add to our reserves of just the stuff we'll drink ourselves.
I see. Let me see if I can find where's the. Is that where it is? Ah, there it is. Let's see. That is the C word. Those dice. Ooh, 60. Wait, what? Okay, wait. Well,
Oh wait, 60?
no, I rolled the D100.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm just looking at, like, I'm sorry. Just to step behind the curtain a bit, step behind the DM screen. I've got a random encounter table, of like
One of them's a
specifically
wizard
for
tower.
Waterdeep. No, of just random encounters, depending on the ward that you're in. I rolled a 60, and I guess technically that would be a different one, but I'm definitely going with this one just because it's so funny. As you're walking down, you just kind of pass by, particularly of note, this like kind of orc this half orc just kind of walk out of this bakery, like holding so like devoutly in his hand, just kind of like big smile on his face, just kind of walking by, this lovely looking, lovely smelling pie, just kind of.
How much for the pie? I ask him, like not trying to stop him or anything, just a quick casual conversation.
Just for reference, I rolled a 60, and like the result was orc in parentheses with pie.
Oh my.
It's just like, what is the context supposed to be?
Yeah, right.
I mean, he might be a baker. He might have gotten it for himself, so he's about to go enjoy some pie in the morning. That's a good way to start the day.
Yeah, I will say, just to kind of flesh this out a bit more. This is kind of like a little bit of a goatee here, kind of these fine-looking round spectacles, kind of a hair pulled back, blue robes, and he kind of like goes and like kind of looks over to you. Oh yes, this bakery, they make delicious pies. I've come here every week to treat myself to pies. You could usually get
Thanks.
one around this size for 15 silver or so.
Done. Thank you, and hope you enjoy that.
Oh, I will. And he just kind of strolls off towards the street, and let me just roll something just for the hell of it. And let me roll this with emphasis just for the hell of it as well.
Please don't tell me you dropped that pie. It would suck so much.
So I rolled with emphasis, which I think I've used before. Low being that he would drop the pie. He rolled a 19, so I'm gonna say like he does like a spin and then a jump kick. Like he is delighted by this pie.
Does he like hit the curb and do like a little like a toe tap thing with his shoes when he hits it?
Yes. He does a fun, cute little jump kick in delight.
Now I just imagine he's starting to sing a little jaunty tune as he makes his way home. He's happy.
Oh yeah. Do you go inside and buy a pie?
Yes, I'm going inside. What's fresh? What's hot out the oven?
Yeah, you enter the store. You see a sign showing Pepper's Pies. You kind of go inside, and it's a fairly small little store in the C ward here, but it is nice. It's got it says Pepper's Pies, and that does seem to be what they have a lot of displays in this case for. But it has all sorts of like sweets and pastries. So you see a couple of cakes in this display window, pies, apple, cranberry, coconut cream, pumpkin.
Does anyone join me, or am I doing this alone?
No, I'll follow you.
Yeah, I mean, find a good pecan pie. Why not?
Find a good pecan pie.
Okay, so Cordelia going for pecan. What about you, Celia? Anything strike your fancy?
Ooh, something light and sweet.
Like lemon meringue, like a simple whipped, or
Lemon meringue would be delicious.
You see a few eclairs, croissant.
Ooh, a good croissant. You never say no to a good
fritters.
croissant.
I'm gonna look for a small mini pie, like those little meat pies. Essentially not for me, but for my little winged friend at home.
You guys looking to buy any? I do get plenty of people coming in just to stare, but I do find that people tend to feel more satisfied with something in their gullet. Behind this counter is just this looks to be actually a dwarven woman, kind of with a little bit of a short, sort of scruffy beard and kind of a hair up in like a bonnet. No, not a bonnet. What's the term that I'm looking for? Kind of held up with a ribbon. No, not ribbon. Like a
bun
bandana.
or like a
bandana. Oh. She's got it kind of behind her in a bandana. I'm Pepper. Anything that I can do to help with you three?
I think 4 is what we're going to look for. You guys going for something whole, or do you just want to grab a slice?
Oh no, something small.
I have to watch my figure.
Oh, don't say it like that. Gotta let loose once in a while.
I'm going to take 2
Very
whole
true,
pies.
very
One
true.
of them meat, if you have it. One of them, whatever's fresh.
What was that, sorry? Like a meat pie?
I'm sorry. Yeah, 1 meat pie and whatever you just got fresh out the oven. I like it very hot.
Fresh out the oven, eh? Let's see. What we got going? Okay. She kind of takes a step to the back. She will go around searching. I honestly don't know offhand whether a bakery that specializes in sweets would also serve meat pies, but I'll say yes for the hell of it. Pies of all kinds.
She's good business.
All right. And let's see. I'm gonna try and find something unique that will become straight fresh out the oven.
All right. I'm also letting you guys know that I'm paying for this round of pies, so get whatever you want.
Ooh. I get half a pecan pie.
I'll get a croissant.
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 Just a croissant?
Yes.
Sure. Just for the sake of argument, let's say you wanted something else. What would it be?
Pie flavor.
For the sake of argument, if I was to hypothetically want anything else.
You know what it is? She doesn't want to order a pie, but she'll want to eat some of your pie.
Yeah, that's not happening, so that's why I'm doing this.
Dang, he caught me.
They really are in a relationship. She actually. Oh yeah. Sorry.
One of those fruit tarts look lovely.
You know what? I'm just gonna, because I think I might be hungry for something else after a minute, and I'll grab some of those fruits.
Oh, and looks like we're fresh batch. We can get you a apple pie. We have apple and cinnamon, and you actually see it's like almost like whole rings of apple. Like somebody cut the apple like down through the core, kind of cut out the core itself, and then kind of like place them kind of circling around at a diagonal around this pie, and it looks great. Kind of a
As long as it's fresh, it's good with me.
Brown sugar and cinnamon. So she gets you that. So it's just to check, it's the full apple pie, fruit tart, croissant. What did you want, dearie?
Oh, half a pecan pie.
Half pecan pie. Anything else? We have a sale for our I recently published a new cookbook. If anybody was interested in that. Otherwise,
Sure.
any
Go ahead and throw that in there.
Oh yes. Let's see. I think in total that comes to I'm just gonna say 6 gold. Again, she does the math.
Hand over 6 gold and the 7th for.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's awful kind.
This, just stepping into this place alone has made my day much better. Thank you for doing what you do.
Glad to hear. I hope to see you again. Got a lot of sweets there. Some sweet tooths I see in you. Well, if you ever have any baking needs, we do catering. Little bit limited amounts, of course, but
Like for weddings and such? And
in
she
fact we do.
wiggles her eyebrows at Althronus and Celia.
You know, if we got a few of these like early in the morning or the day before, we could serve them with some of the other drinks, morning coffee and such.
We do run a tavern near
You do?
here.
It's over Troll Skull. It's pretty recent.
Oh, Troll Skull. Where did I? Oh, you're the one that were in the Bolton, weren't you? Oh, that's right. You folks doing all right?
We'll be back up and running soon.
We'll bounce right back.
Well, in the meantime, I gotta support my fellow entrepreneurs, so to say. Let me get you something. And she runs to the back and comes back with a couple of these cupcakes, looking to be red velvet with some kind of like blue frosting on top. Got these for you. Got a little bit of a kick, so to say. But I hope you enjoy. A little on the house, complimentary.
Ooh.
Thank you. Very gracious.
Thank
do hope you enjoy.
Mighty kind.
And when we're back up and running, feel free to stop by.
Think I will. I'll take you up on that. Any idea on the timetable on that, or am I intruding? It was just yesterday. It sounds like.
What is the estimate on when we'll be back up and running?
I'd say it's probably around. Probably with getting things up and running. Couple of days. Let's say around 10-day, maybe less.
It should be maybe a little over a week, maybe less. It'll be a few days.
I will say, not that it's a huge deal. Technically, in the Forgotten Realms, they measure time at 10 days, not weeks. But no, it's fine. It's
10 day.
roughly a week.
So, when I say a week, it's this term an old friend of mine used because every 7 days he had to kill somebody to stay alive. And it just kind of just became a thing for him.
Oh, and then he weakened by the end of the
What?
7 days, hence the week. That makes sense.
Yeah, the weekend is when he had to kill someone, otherwise he'd die.
Oh.
Ooh, what? He had to
Regardless.
kill somebody. Why did he have to kill somebody to keep on living?
He's a very sickly and cursed vampire. So the thing was, he had to kill someone and it had to be fresh, but it had to happen every 7 days. The good thing is he could substitute different animals, creatures. He didn't need to be a humanoid or anything, but it did need to be constant.
Anybody? Okay.
Just anybody and enough to feed him. So a few stray animals, a person if he really had no choice at all. He usually made a deal with some of the prisons for some of the worst people. If they had any executions they didn't want to take care of, they'd usually just let them wander off and disappear.
All right. Well, I hope things go better.
This was back
for you
in
than
Baldur's
for
Gate.
him.
This person's nowhere near.
Oh, Baldur's Gate. That would do it. That would do it. Whatever happens in Baldur's Gate stays in Baldur's Gate for all I
Not always, but they try to keep it.
should stay in Baldur's Gate, perhaps. No disrespect, but they get up to some weird stuff over there. So, I guess we're one to talk right now. Anyway, yeah.
Hello?
Sorry.
Hello.
Okay, there it is working. Okay. I'm accidentally not pushing my mic when I think I'm pushing my mic, and it's... Sorry.
But yeah, regardless, we'll I'm sure we'll do something when we reopen.
Yeah, definitely see some possible business in the future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, you know where to find me. Oh, I'll let me give you my card to get back in. I mean, you already know where I work, and I just live in the complex above.
No, yeah, of course. And I start fumbling with the pies to try to reach one of my cards and hopefully not give her one of the wrong ones.
Oh no, yeah.
I'll catch him.
Are you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here. Oh, let me get you a box for those. She gets you a box for those. To help carry them.
Okay, yeah, no. Then I give her one of my cards that just tells us that we're at Troll Skull and, the basic outline of where we are.
One of the Troll Skull Manor cards, not one of the Centrum cards.
Yeah, don't want to scare her off or possibly... Because for all I know, she's part of the Zentron.
You're in debt to the mob. You've befriended a mob boss. Yeah. So she kind of wishes you on your way, unless you have anything else you want to say or ask her. make a note real quick.
If we can get Zam better, I'm definitely bringing him back here to eat some.
Get this kid
That's
some
lovely.
pies. Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna get a day, and I'm gonna let him try every kind of flavor until he decides what's his favorite.
All right. Sorry, made that note. Yeah. So you are on your way. That was an interesting random encounter, I think. You make your way down. Pull up the right tab here. Come on. Okay, yeah. You make your way through the crowded streets. Through the wine streets of the Sea Ward, and down into the north, or over to the northward, and with a good bit of travel, you make your way back to Trollskull Alley. Let's see, anything going on in the alley? There is, I think, a bit of cleanup happening. There seem to be a few guild workers, actually, kind of, that have cleaned up the majority of the soot from the explosion. And a few, in fact, that are actually working on kind of the exterior of the tavern right now. Trying to kind of refurbish it a bit.
Nice.
Yeah. I assume you make your way into the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yep.
I will just kind of pause here. Do you guys want to keep on going a bit, or do you guys want to pause here and pick up next week? I know.
I'm good to keep going for a bit. I don't know how about you guys.
I'm fine either way.
Fine,
You can go for a little while longer.
While longer? Alright.
Cordelia just really wants to know how Zam's doing.
Yeah.
You put the pies in the fantasy equivalent of a refrigerator. You got some kind of cold box. Some I don't know.
I've started eating mine. It's a slow and steady process because this pie has not been cut. He's just slowly taking chunks out of it.
Alright. Just, have you like pulled it out of like the pie pan, and you're just like eating it like a
I'm
a
eating
donut?
it, and I'm using the pan almost like a wrapper, and just eating it like a donut, very slowly savoring this delicious pie.
Which pie are you eating right now?
It'd be my apple one, because I think that's the one I got for myself.
Yeah. The texture is good. It's like baked to a really nice degree where it's still got like the good kind of caramelized flavor, but it's a lot softer, so it kind of all feels like one continuous, pie. Perhaps the adage, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, comes to mind. But wait, you don't want to keep the doctor away. Dun dun dun. Sorry. Bad jokes.
See, now I'm wondering, is that because I'm pelting him with an apple that he doesn't want to see me anymore?
What's red and bad for your teeth? I'm not scared of apples anymore. Holds up a brick. Yeah. So you're eating a pie. Are you guys going and checking on Zam at the moment?
I will. Gotta see how my friend's doing.
Alright. Celia, you just hanging around?
I would probably join with Ronis in eating she'll probably start eating the fruit tart.
The fruit tart? Nice. Very fruity, very tart.
If anything happens to Zam, I'm sure Cordelia will yell loud enough for the entire block to hear.
Yep.
I gotta ask, did she just like take a single bite of the croissant or nothing at all. Just start going for the tarts immediately.
She hasn't touched the croissant yet. She went for the fruit tart immediately.
I'm not hungry, babe. And then, she would have taken half that pie if you didn't get her anything, I bet.
She would have tried.
I am very persuasive when I want to be.
I don't doubt that for a second, but I'm also hungry and I can fit a surprisingly large amount in me.
I just got
I
a
just got to
cute
be
image in my head.
fast. Got it.
I got a cute image in my head of like them just sitting at a table opposite of each other, just like eating these goodies bit by bit, just across from each other, just having a good time.
Bantering.
Now, if we had decided to cut the pies and laid everything out like on a table, it would have been a contest of who could take the most before it was gone, and then the last piece, then it'd be like that old Western kind of like face off with the eyes, trying to see who gets the last piece of whatever's left.
That reminds me of the rule of like a good way of like dealing with like getting even portions with like either siblings or with like a significant other or anything is have one person cut whatever you're sharing, one person creates the portions, and then the other person gets first choice of which one they take.
I never do that. I always hide and like sneak away my portions and just give everything to them and say like, hey, leave me some. It's always like a little bit. I've always got my share left on the side.
Fair enough. That we kind of managed to get double portions. It's a nice trick.
I'll put it this way. If I'm going to have bacon with my breakfast, whatever I'm going to grab from that is already out the pan and on the side, like covered by something, while I make the rest of it to like... I essentially just leave it out on the table, and people will just walk by and take it instead of trying to take some from my plate.
Fair enough. Sneaky, but fair enough. We're going to jump over to Cordelia. You march your way up to the top of Trollskull Manor. You kind of open the door, and Zam, in fact, is still there. The little dragon buddy is kind of still perched on atop his chest. Kind of raises his head to kind of like see what's up, and then kind of realizes it's you, and he kind of lowers it and rests back down. Doesn't seem like too much has changed since you left.
Just gonna pat Zam's head. Is he any more feverish?
He's still definitely got a fever, but it seems to be at around the same level as when you had left.
Okay.
Actually, I think enough time would have passed with traveling. Let me actually make a roll to see how he is progressing. Okay, so if anything, probably slightly cooler, but still definitely warm.
Okay. Then I'll just let him rest and gently close the door.
I think you've probably realized it seems that, well, his condition isn't great. He does seem to be fighting it and kind of holding it off pretty adequately.
Good, that's my Zam.
It's your guy, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then, still a bit worried, she's gonna go back downstairs. And neglecting her pie for now, she's actually going to go to the kitchen and start doing a little stress baking.
Stress baking. Very fun term.
You hear the very loud whack of a rolling pin, some aggressive pot flinging, or bowl flinging.
I'm just going to shout out and remind you, remember, we got the new book.
Uh-huh.
She's
Oh, that's right, a book.
She's baking on pure instinct.
Mm-hmm.
I
I know
the recipe.
when I know one.
She knows her
What about a new
recipes.
one?
Maybe.
To be clear as well, I will say that you can use that as for your recipes, or use your own family recipes. Just whatever works.
Right now she's just doing a family recipe, but see how
What you making?
She is
She's
making
making
biscuits. Buttery,
Biscuit.
Ooh.
like those really dense, like Popeyes, Bojangles, KFC biscuits.
Nice.
Popeye's biscuit, no drink.
These biscuits, oh!
Most definitely.
God. I spend too much time on the internet. My mind thought, damn, these biscuits.
Now
Listen.
I'm hungry for some biscuits, but from like Red Lobster.
Ooh, cheddar biscuits. Those are so good.
Cheddar biscuits.
I've
I
never
have
been to Lobster or Red Lobster.
God, now I want a restaurant just called Lobster.
I know.
Yeah, it has
screwed up.
nothing
I
to
said
do
the
with
wrong
it has nothing to do with seafood. It's just called Lobster. It's a
It's
great
just called
bar.
Lobster. It's a barbecue. Oh no, bar. Yeah, that'll be funny. Yeah. You make some very nice biscuits. Would you care
Why,
to describe
thank
how
you.
they came out?
Well, let's just say that most simple but somewhat savory of scents just starts to waft through the air as they finish baking. And Cordelia starts whipping up a little bit of garlic butter and then some honey on the
Ooh.
side. And then
Um,
as y'all are sitting there enjoying your delicacies, she's gonna bring them out.
Bring out the biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now I got a little something for y'all. Now, given that we do seem to be struggling with staying alive and well sometimes, I thought that I would go ahead and do a precursory measure, or is it precautionary? Either way, my papa always said, a pinch of prevention is worth a pound a cure. Or worth more than a pound a cure. Either way, these biscuits are going to be a little helpful in keeping our strength up. And she's just going to dole 2 to each of you and then keep 2 for herself.
Alright. So,
Alright. Before I start, I'm probably going to go and take the pie I got for my little dragon friend and let him have this.
alright. You're taking is it the rest of the apple pie?
No, I'm eating the apple pie, but the meat pie I got for the dragon.
Meat pie. I think you because it sounds like this is while you're working on those biscuits, Cordelia.
Okay.
You just kind of put this on one of the chairs next to it, and he kind of ventures off a little cautiously from the little hoard on Zam's chest, and he just kind of goes over and just starts kind of nibbling into it, and he just kind of then he starts going ham, and he gets a good 1/5 of the pie. It's a decently big pie.
It's a big pie. It's gonna feed him for the rest of the day.
Yeah, so he will be covered for a good while.
Well, good.
All right.
Alright, back downstairs.
Celia is examining these biscuits. Does anything look off about them?
I don't think so.
There's this weird green plant sticking out of the edge.
Huh.
Parsley.
What is this green thing?
Is Cordelia currently looking at Celia?
Yeah. Not intensely or anything, just I don't know, I suppose purposefully.
Is everything okay, Cordelia? I don't think I've ever seen you make anything edible.
Well,
I don't think.
excuse me, I've been working on things. You just don't know it.
Sure. Any particular reason you decided to showcase this now?
Because I care about y'all and I want you to be okay. See, I've been learning this thing where I can make like 6 treats during a little downtime, little rest.
You don't need to describe the mechanics if you want to.
Okay. I took the chef feed. Happy.
I had a feeling, but I'm so glad I was wrong.
You can just say you've been working on your cooking.
I've been working on my
You've been trying to
cooking.
learn.
So
from Diane.
I've decided to stop phoning it in.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
The whole family
okay.
recipe.
Sure. And she's gonna cautiously take a bite.
How's the taste?
Cordelia, how do you want these biscuits to taste?
Are they flaky?
They
Are
taste
they-
like they're the nice doughy kind of Bojangles, Popeyes, KFC biscuit, but you also have your choice of adding butter or some garlic butter or honey to them, whether you like that savory or sweet. But they are they're just those wonderful big doughy biscuits. Nothing too fancy.
Nice.
Nice.
Also, to be clear, it's as a short rest, which I'll ask you whether do you want this to be a short rest or just an hour of work to create these the 2 treats that you can make for the long rest or hour ability.
I guess an hour could be within a short rest, so hour?
I guess. Yeah, it doesn't really specify because you could take most abilities do allow you to if you have to take an hour, you could be part of a short rest. I'll say that you can do both. I'll say that you create a plate full of biscuits, and then you'll have you guys can take a long short rest. Sorry, you gain an extra 1d8 hit points back, and then you'll have
almost
2
got the
left.
spells back.
And then you get you have 2 left over that you can hold onto. Specifically, it's up to ability score, your proficiency bonus, and then you can get some hit points back with those.
You know what I need? A long rest. That sounds wonderful. Let's just take an 8-hour break here, guys.
If you guys want to say that you guys just chill for the rest of the day until Gale arrives, that is fair.
That's an
Eating baked
that's
goods.
an honest option.
Eat baked goods and biscuits and hang out.
Okay. I did a quick thing, and there might be the small smell of something burning coming from upstairs.
Oh dear.
Oh?
Don't let that be a meth lab. Come on, we don't need drugs in your life.
Hold on, let me roll a perception check. See if I recognize the scent. I 100% recognize the scent, which is very fair. Cordelia, you didn't leave anything cooking, did you?
Not as far as I know.
And she's gonna let out a really large sigh and then start walking upstairs.
I just realized for the first time in I think ever, pretty much, you guys are. Oh no, I guess there is a lift. I was gonna say that it's the first time since since you guys got the manor, that I don't have an NPC to interact with you guys through at the manor, but I do still have Liv. He's
perform an exorcism. Get him out of this town.
I think he's just like you guys go upstairs and you just see him like smugly with his arm crossed in front of the door. Gonna go check in what's going on inside.
Yes. Is that
Yeah.
she's gonna walk through Liv? Past Liv? I don't know. Whatever. And reach for the door.
You open the door, Arthronis. I think I've got an idea of what you have in mind, but do you care to share?
Yeah, Arthronis is currently stomping out what looks to be a 5x5 square bonfire that seems to have caught a light in one of our rooms, as he's trying desperately to put it out with both his feet, himself, and anything else he's got on him to just put it out quickly.
Is this like your room? I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is my room. I didn't do this with Sam.
Oh.
You didn't set Sam on fire?
Hopefully not. Celia will go over and start to help him try to put that out. Water anywhere? She's gonna try and find anything that she's curious about.
He just points to the bathtub with the multiple locks on it.
Okay. Start to try and make my way through the bathroom door. Can I find like a bucket or like an...
Yeah, no, there should be at least a bucket or two in there with water already.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna grab one and come back and throw that on the fire.
Throw it on the fire.
I'm currently putting out the fire, so I'm assuming I'm getting some of this on.
You probably will get some residual splash from the water, yes.
You're relating with those spices on the street.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. Okay, okay, once is an accident, twice is a coincidence, 3 times that's enemy planning.
What happened?
Would you believe me if I said... No, you won't believe. I was minding my own business.
Uh-huh.
And then I was just gonna change.
Okay.
Started to change. And then something was actually going through something in my head about how nothing worked with the coin when I fell, and why, suddenly caught fire, and it happened again.
It happened again.
Yeah, that's why. And you look, what was on fire is the clothes he was wearing. He's currently only wearing undone basic dress shirt and some new pants that are not as singed and beat up from our little adventure in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, stay focused. So,
is the dress shirt like unbuttoned, like it's open so you could just see his bare chest?
Ooh, sexy.
Yes, but it kind of disheveled because he was literally just trying to stump out
Even
fire.
better disheveled. I mean, like, is his hair got like the cute little frizzy curls going on? Like, ooh.
Always.
A little bit, but it's more that they're not as tied back as they used to be, because it's usually the horns help, and with the hat it usually helps keep it nice and down flowing. No hat this time, so it's a little bit looser.
Beautiful.
You also notice he's missing
away.
his eye patch.
Cordelia, I think you may have some time to kill by yourself. Coming up.
Okay, hold on. We'll figure this out.
His eye patch is
15
gone. You can
minutes.
see that his eye is like Well, you've never actually seen
Yeah.
what his eye looked like beforehand, I don't think. Have you?
No.
Okay, then yeah, you just see that weird purple swirl.
Huh.
Oh, is it on his eye?
It is in fact on his eye.
Ah. I see.
So yeah, there's like a brief second where Celia just kind of looks a little dazed, and then she kind of snaps herself back into focus. So
Can you help me?
yeah, just randomly combustion on fire. Has anything about you changed recently?
And he's trying like to mimic the like where we're at himself, both you and himself, and then just, you know, mimicking the little, like, someone short a lot. So just anything more specific than that, please.
No, just with you, like any new markings, any weird symbols. Has your eye always done that?
Then what?
Have your eyes always been so vibrantly purple?
I mean, it looks amazing, but I don't know why you. Maybe you should. She's.
And he's actually gonna look a little confused, like, wait, purple.
Did you have the mirror? Or did I get the mirror? Where's the mirror?
You do have the mirror.
You have the mirror.
Yeah, she's
I've
gonna
never
rummage
really used
around
it.
in her bag and pull out the mirror and show him
and he just
what he looks like.
and he start like just, you know, like making it easier to see his normal. This would be on his left side, like his left eye is the one that's usually visible.
Yep.
All right.
Pulling out the mirror and showing it to him. This.
He looks a little bit surprised. So there's definitely a little shock, but there's also some recognition.
So, is this connecting any dots?
That's definitely new. That didn't normally look like this, but that was usually. And he's gonna try and just close it and just find his eye patch. Oh, no, his eye patch is in. It's part of the clothes that have been. I'm gonna need to order a new one.
Needs a new eye patch, huh?
Which
I mean, I
is a
think
little
you
disappointing. It
are-
kind of completed the look.
I think you look fine without it.
Here's the thing. I can sometimes see out of this. It's not an always thing, which is why I went with the eye patch after there was a little accident with that a while back ago. At this, the purple is new. The fire thing is also new. And it's been. You ever feel that weird pressure right before you do something, and he like casts light on an object across the room? It was the same thing before I learned to do that, and it just keeps building.
So, something inside you is connecting you to fire magic?
Maybe, I don't entirely know, but I think that's something, but I don't feel like that's all of it.
Is there anything else that you feel is different about you?
This started maybe a week or two after I got my new friend, and he, points into his pocket.
The dragon's not in your pocket, but I assume you.
That's the gesturing to
Right.
his normally overly large pocket that he still has snacks in. I need to I need to clean out this. I need to clean out some pockets because the one he stayed in still had his old snacks.
Do you think he might have done something to you?
I mean, it might have been. It's a maybe. I don't know what kind of dragon that is, and that's something that I think the Blackstaff or someone else was looking into. I never really. I don't know what a purple dragon means.
Yeah, this is interesting. So you started to feel different when you received your dragon, and now you
A little bit.
Can you light things on fire at will?
I haven't tried it yet, but I'm thinking if I can just find the right line of kind of trigger. I think because when I did the light thing, it was kind of friend new bit of magic kind of explained. It's kind of like telling someone to do something without telling someone to do something.
So then why don't you try that again? But try to...
Hold on. He went to go get more buckets of water.
Fair.
Pre-fill them. And, maybe...
Refill them, have them at the ready. And, I'm making a small little ring of area. And I'm just gonna toss the already smoldered and useless, no longer usable stuff that I have. And I'm going to try. And his eye is going to once again start swirling. Oh, and cool thing. His eye actually goes back to that red when it's not doing the weird swirl thing. So occasionally when he's not doing it, he just blinks and it's back to red.
Interesting.
And then he blinks again, and then bam. 5 by 5. Fire just erupts in that little bit of area as soon as he looks at it.
Celia will immediately take one of the buckets and splash water on it.
Okay. And
Okay.
DM, when you take the...
What was that?
now, if I remember correctly, the flaw we agreed on. So, the use of this.
You're giving me the reins on that flaw right now?
Yeah, I'll let you, whenever time I use this, you tell me how I interpret that.
Yeah, so this time, there was a little less confusion as to what was happening, and now you're kind of beginning to summon this intentionally. But kind of when you do that, you're kind of filled with, perhaps a bit of satisfaction. It's like, oh yeah, now I have a bit of a sense of like how to control this thing. But like a moment later, you kind of look into this fire, and you are almost a little repulsed by it. It almost feels like, no, this shouldn't be the case. And you're like, for just a split second, you're filled with like this feeling of like, you don't know why exactly or to what extent, but it feels like you need to get out of here. It feels like there's something that's telling you to leave. But as soon as you kind of start recognizing this thought and this feeling, Celia, you splash this water over this fire, dousing it kind of mostly all in one go, and you blink again, Othronus, and you're back. That feeling kind of wanes for a moment, and it's gone again, though you've got a bit of a headache in its place.
And you can see he's, starting to rub his eye now that it's gone back to normal, and trying to rub the sleep out of it almost, but he's very much awake.
Everything okay?
No, just trying something. That one feels like when I use the other one, the light. It takes a little to come back, but it's always there. The other one I'm talking about is one that's a little more forceful. Trying to see if that'll work. Just now, I just got a really bad, I don't know, it was a headache maybe? Felt like someone was telling me to do something and I was going to do it. I thought I should.
Then maybe it's best if we keep this to, like, emergency use only.
Yeah, I think that might be best. But just once, I need to see what the hell this thing happens. And once again, the eye does go again and swirl. But instead of the spot catching fire out of the sight, it looks like it's almost coming out of the light that starts to glow from the eye, from the purple swirling. A mass starting at the size of a small glass bead that shoots out, that quickly grows to the size of almost a baseball, then to a basketball of undulating energy that just hits the same spot again.
So I guess to specifically kind of describe the effects, what spell is this? I know that you had a few choices, but I don't think we had discussed exactly what this is.
Yeah. So with this,
I assume
I picked going out. Just to be clear, I'm like out of game. I picked the Aberrant Dragon Mark, which gives me one cantrip from the sorcerer list and one single-use spell per long rest from the sorcerer list.
Okay.
cantrip being a produced flame and spell.
Actually, it's not produce flame. It's a little bit different. It's create
Bonfire?
Bonfire.
So
create bonfire.
I just need to see something in range, instantly ignites. 5x5 cube, then it burns. Whatever's in it.
I thought that had like a short range though. What's
It
the
does.
range on
It's
that?
pretty. It's.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's 15 feet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I was
It
wrong.
also
It's
lingers.
60 feet. Jesus.
Oh,
It
60
lingered.
feet.
It's
Okay, yeah.
concentration. I can just start a fire from a block away.
Nice.
Fair enough. Just going to burn you from a block away. You could bust.
Okay. So.
And then
what
the
was
second
the-
one was just a chaos.
Chaos Bolt. Okay. So would you like to roll to see how that comes out?
Aha. So that's a 5 damage total, and from the 2 sevens, no, from 2 and 3.
2d6.
So I can just. So ice actually just bursts there.
Yeah, like this orb kind of shoots out from his eye, and this kind of cold, I was about to say electric. That would be electric. This cold, pale blue orb just kind of appears and like manifests in front of this eye, in front of his head, kind of holding for a moment and then kind of like forcing itself forward in a thrust. And this singed floor is now coated in frost, and there's a bit of an impact, like a kind of a. And actually, I think Cordelia, you hear this from downstairs.
So we've got
like,
ice.
boom.
I just realized I did. It's not just the 2d6. There's an extra d6 on top of that. It's pretty decent.
Cordelia just says,
Ooh,
now don't kill her, Althronis. Gosh. Mr. Macho Man.
Yeah, but no, it perhaps looks like
And
these
for some
floors
reason,
maybe are
it's
very-
colder.
Yeah, a bit of a chill has fallen over the room.
Oh. Water's not gonna help that one.
Throw it
I
on
mean,
anyway.
Now that I think about it, and I just go grab a glass and some this is not a bottled wine. This is most definitely alcohol, and I just crack off a piece of the ice. I can work with this.
the ice that was on top of your cinch clothes.
I mean, it's ice.
It's not like a huge amount of ice, it's just kind of frost. But I'll say you're able to scoop up enough to add into this glass.
I grab a small little icicle, like from the little impact zone.
I don't know if there would be an icicle, but we'll go with it for now.
Did that one
How
have
much?
any effects? Did you feel anything?
Yeah, I no longer feel the pressure behind my eye, but I'm assuming something worse happened to me because this time it's a leveled spell. And I'm going to trigger a secondary ability.
Mm.
Oh, cool, this is fun. Question, DM, how many people are within 30 feet of me?
I think it's just me.
Within 30 feet? I would assume that would... Is that line of sight, or is that just... Here, let me get that back up, because I know you had said that before.
No. Random creature within 30 feet of me that is not me. If there are no creatures, then I get hit anyway.
Okay. So it's you... Let's see. Let me find the dimensions of Troll Skull Matter.
I mean,
Cordelia...
force damage, would that go through?
It's only living creatures, right?
One random creature.
Random
One
creature?
random. But luckily
So
enough,
technically it could be Lift.
good. Luckily enough, I did not roll an odd on that
Oh.
number. I rolled an even, and I actually heal a little bit more.
Okay, nice. So you kind of feel this sort of rejuvenation, like almost like a satisfaction from like using this ability.
And I'm back up to full, guys.
Let's see. I wanted to check the dimensions because there was a chance this is not a huge manor and there is a injured creature above you.
I could have gotten someone.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have gotten Zin. I could have gotten my dragon. I could have gotten Cordelia.
Yeah.
Could have gotten Celia.
Yep.
Yeah. Every time I use this specific spell through the mark, I can roll one of my hit die. On an even, I get the healing. On an odd, someone else gets randomly slapped with that damage.
Yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. All right. So yeah, it feels almost a little satisfying. Not entirely certain what that was or what has caused this, but you learn sometimes it makes you feel bad, sometimes it makes you feel good.
That is definitely wishy-washy, but like Celia said, we'll keep this in our back pocket for just in case.
Yes. For sure.
And, no more setting things on fire. I'm gonna be the first person they blame for that.
Hey, I will gladly take any fall for what I set on fire. And if you need a bailout, I may take one or two things.
I
Like
think
I
that's
was
the
like,
sweetest thing I've heard you say, big guy.
Aww.
that's sweet.
Look, I got the excuse that I'm new at this magic thing, and the eye, I can always prove. But, you know, like I said, excuse only works once.
I wonder if this would mean that you also need to register with the Mages Guild now. Granted,
I mean,
Celia hasn't done that yet.
I was like, I haven't. I am riding dirty right now. Woo!
let's
Haven't
be
been any
honest.
consequences yet.
Really ask when there's manors blowing up and people looking for stuff. They don't have time.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure nothing bad could ever happen.
Yeah.
I mean, question though. Does it count if it's an item? Because if we're, dropping off buildings in an emergency and just say, look, it's just a coin we got from, like, the Magic Man.
Items, I would say, if you're crafting them, then they count, but otherwise, probably not.
Yeah, see, we didn't craft these, we got them from the Magic Man.
Yeah. If you're an artificer, that might be different, though. Yeah.
That's true, though. Yeah, they make all their cool shit.
Yeah. I
There
guess.
we go. See, if anything happens, we blame it on a random item that we say is magic.
Wonderful.
And say we got it from Gale.
Perfect.
Sorry, it's a faulty glass eye. Keeps on shooting people.
I am
My
fully on board
eyes
with this plan.
My eye has killed dozens.
So here's the thing. If you get in trouble, find a random piece of jewelry, make it look shiny, like prestidigitation, some magical stuff. Like, I'm sorry, I got this new ring that we still don't know everything it does.
Oh, I
We
also
promise
need
we are going to work on it.
That reminds me. She's going to reach into her bag and pull out the things that she found off of that mind flare in the astral realm.
Aha, you remembered.
Aha! I have no idea what's going on. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the drink.
Oh god, what did I get? I got a ring. I remember that. Where is it?
Got gold, which you guys have not divvied up.
Bag
I
of
don't know if you will.
coins, a strange bag, and a magic ring.
Yeah. Strange little pouch. I'll say roll 2 separate Arcana checks. You got a potion of healing. That one's easy enough.
Yeah, can I waste
Can
the
I
low
assist?
one on the potion of healing?
The what?
I rolled a 2. That's a 7.
I was going to ask, can I help?
Sure, why not?
Yes. $15 on the first one.
Alright.
And 23 on the second one.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork.
Totally not going to
That's
mention
7.
I used to... Not going to mention I used to do this with, who.
Yeah. Times they have changed, and the more they change, the more they stay the same sometimes. Let's see. Actually, hold up. So I know what that is, but let me actually just pull that up to read the description.
This item is cursed.
Oh. She says as she slips it on her finger.
Oh no, I can't take it off.
How terrible.
Whatever will I
So
do?
it bites you, but you get an extra spell slot. So,
You know
you
what
take
worth?
a bit of damage.
I could be really cruel and make this a ring of feather falling.
I am going
That's
to
not what it
chuck
is.
that ring across the room.
It's a
Good.
better ring of feather falling because it's more than once a day.
Ooh, you know what?
Well, that's
True.
just constant. Yeah. You
Constant feather
want to check the other one.
Yeah, I don't need this anymore.
I would immediately stop you and say, that is so wasteful. We could sell that.
True.
True that. I thought it was in here. Is it not in here? And no, it's not a ring of 3 wishes.
Darn.
You find a ring of 3 wishes. It has no charges remaining.
Lame.
What? Now here's my question. Is it a ring of many things?
Oh, that would be dangerous. Is that one of the ones in the new book? I know that there's a book about the deck of many things. Just kidding.
Now here's the thing. So someone wanted to make a ring that could store stuff, be it spells, items, but it can only store one type of thing at a time. So they just pawned it off of. It can just store like a book or something, and bought it for cheap. But when they sold it to someone who had the money, they could say like, you could store up to like spells in here, really expensive, powerful magic, pays big bucks.
Yeah. Some really useful stuff. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just checking everything. Oh, yeah.
I should probably hop off here.
I'm just going to share these last things, and
Okay.
then we'll hop off. I don't know if you want to stay for that or if you want to get caught up on that next time.
Yeah, I'll stay and listen.
All right. The ring, you find, it looks fairly plain looking, but you do realize it is a ring of mind shielding. So you can use that to prevent telepathy or any creatures from reading your thoughts, unless you allow it. While you're wearing the ring, you can also use it to you can make it invisible while you're wearing it, if you choose.
Okay.
And perhaps there may be more, but we'll be there for now. The dust, and let me also look this one up because I might need to determine how many charges it has. Oh wait, no, I already said the bag. Sorry about the wait. Let me just roll. Oh, nice. Oh, that's actually very nice. This bag contains dust. And you look at some of the inscriptions on the side and on the interior, and kind of the content of the dust itself, and you realize this is dust of dryness, with all 10 pinches still there. Ooh. So you have 10 charges, or 10 uses.
Okay.
I don't know if you already know what this one does, but you can use an action to sprinkle a pinch of it over water. The dust turns into a cube of water. Is it 15 feet on the side? Okay, the dust turns a cube of water 15 feet on a side into one marble-sized pellet, which either floats or rests near where the dust was sprinkled. The pellet's weight is negligible. As an action, you can smash the pellet onto a hard surface, which could include throwing it, causing the pellet to shatter and release the water the dust absorbed. Doing so ends the pellet's magic. So you are basically able to store water. So it could be used in some interesting ways, potentially.
Yeah, okay.
You could make a mini, water slide trap.
Yeah.
Water, though, not really my thing. Kind of the opposite, but you know what? I'm fine with it. That's cool.
You gotta be flexible sometimes.
Yeah.
You could use it to douse fires.
Which
may become more relevant.
Which here's my question.
Buckets of water, Celia.
Here's my question. Could we find someone who dabbles in magic and have them tweak this a bit? Ooh. So instead of water, let's say it, shrinks and compresses an accelerant like lamp oil, or they don't have gas here, but definitely oil.
There are some questions on how that would work with other liquids.
We need to test, we need to examine, but if we could create napalm and then just have you have a pellet of napalm to just throw and then ignite.
Yes!
You'll need to do some multiverse hopping, but please get Sidian in on this.
I mean, I can imagine him somehow hearing of it and saying we've got work to do.
Comes to him in like a dream.
Strangers.
Hey,
it does, and it just shows up at a doorstep with like all the plans and stuff. I don't know you people, but we're gonna work.
Hey, Crystal. I just had an idea for a gun.
Here's my thing. Do you guys know the actual recipe for like a pretty decent like homemade napalm? It's not as hard as you think.
I know that there's a little book called the Anarchist Cookbook that will put you on many government watch lists for downloading it.
Yes, indeed. You'd be surprised how easily like a lot of bad shit can be made with just the normal stuff you got around the house.
I remember hearing that somebody like, there's some people that make mustard gas by accident on a regular basis.
Poor bastards.
Yeah, not a great combination. Unless you're trying to kill people. In which case it can be a pretty good combination.
I think there's like a joke in history about like the guys who made anthrax trying to make wine or something.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. And then I guess the bag of coins.
Oh, yeah, and I rolled for how many would be in there. It's 146 gold
Ooh.
in there. Spread between other types of coins, but that's what it comes out to.
Okay, 146.
Yeah. Which I generally recommend sharing with your party, but I don't know if that's something that she's going to want to do.
And Athronis is here, so she'll start to like divvy up the coin.
If he sees you doing that, he's gonna start divvying it up into a third pile.
God, yeah, that's what she was worried about. Okay.
Oh, damn it.
And as soon as it's done, she's gonna spike that third pile over to you and only take a third.
No, you can't leave that choice up to me.
I just wanted to see the look on your face.
Yes.
Gonna make her feel
Just
guilty.
pats you on the head. Like, you can keep it.
He does love me, guys. He knows me so well. No, I think she will feel a little bad. And will set aside 50 for herself, 50 for Athronis, and then the other 46 to Cordelia.
Thank you.
She's improving.
Baby steps, guys. Baby steps.
We kill her with enough kindness, then she'll become a good person.
She might decide to kill you back for real.
Okay, I'm fine with that. As long as it ends a redemptive arc.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with dying for the cause.
I am sorry. I was gonna ask who hurt you. I mean, that was not really.
That's a list that we don't have the time to go through right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all, folks. The next session will be entirely just listening out the people that has hurt Cordelia.
No.
Gonna be Silas, just really slowly.
Silas multiple times. Silas in different
You know,
accents.
It's Silas, but in like at different points in time. Like this time was this time, then there was the time he did this thing.
Silence.
And then he swatted my ice cream out of my hand.
5-year-old Silence.
She's gonna start naming things that he did to other people, but she also took offense to.
Silence mother, not anything she did. She just gave birth to him.
He pulled my hair in the schoolhouse.
He washed my mama's favorite cast iron skillet with dish soap.
Oh,
did he use a metal scrubber on it too?
Yeah.
Have you seen that image of like somebody who actually like got like cleaned their cast iron, like got like a smooth finish and like a reflective surface on their cast iron pan?
Oh.
I would weep. I would weep if I didn't know that this person was. I never actually figured out. Did they actually think they were doing a good thing, or was this just for YouTubers?
I mean, it actually doesn't change the actual outcome all that much. 'Cause it's still got pretty much the same surface, and it's the big thing with cast iron is how it retains heat.
Mm-hmm.
The seasoning is just kind of a bonus.
Yeah, no, the seasoning is kind of the bonus, but that's kind of like why you want it.
Yeah.
People want it for the side bonus, not the main bonus, huh?
And to feel superior for using older technology.
I mean,
maybe.
that, and if you've ever used the molcajete to cook, it's amazing.
I have no idea what that is, but it sounds exotic.
It's a giant stone grinder that you can use as a heatable plate because you can put stuff in there to cook, have it next to a giant brick oven fire, and it will retain heat and cook and have a delicious meal served in one of the really big ones.
Nice. I like that. No Teflon needed.
Nice.
Well, I should head out, guys.
Evidently,
This has been lovely.
Letting you guys know, evidently, sadly, tragically, really, I will not have a game next Monday, as it will be Christmas. Sure? So I'm so sorry it's Christmas.
Family.
It's okay.
Who needs family time when you have D&D?
Right? I mean, you guys are family, but
no,
different type. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was able to get a quick picture so you can see what I mean, Hattie.
Okay.
So no session next Monday then? Yes.
No session next Monday.
Cool.
Though I will be off later.
Okay, it should be an art.
Oh, neat. Oh, it's like one of those little things they put the salsa in, but they're plastic at the restaurant.
Yeah, no, real ones made out of real
pumice. Is it pumice or is it granite?
Granite? Looks granity to me. Yeah, I like how it looks like a little cauldron with tiny feet. That's adorable.
And delicious if you ever get a chance to try this.
Well, I'm sure I will at some point in my life.
But yeah, if you guys did want to try and do a session next week, I am off next week, so if you wanted to try and do another night, I don't know what my availability would be like.
I'm actually gonna be pretty available for most parts because I'm not leaving out of town for anything.
Same here.
I'll be out of town this coming week.
Fair enough. Are you planning on doing a session next Wednesday, Siler?
I was going to check to see who was available and who's not, because I know some people like to do the week of Christmas and then connect it with New Year's.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'll be able to do the next Wednesday as well. It might be.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I really don't know what's going to be happening on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll check in. I assume everybody's good for this Wednesday, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Great. Just letting you guys know. I forgot to do this last week, but everybody levels up.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Wait. Do I level up?
You do as well.
Oh.
All right.
However, you're currently blocked from the other path. Unless you want to hold off on it until you can find a way to reconnect.
Oh, so if I take the level up, it has to be... Ew.
Yeah.
I see.
You're currently... But you can actually hold off on it if you so choose. And then when you reconnect, you'll have a bit of extra.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I have things to think about now. Huh.
Alright. Let me know what you guys decide. Probably Wednesday.
Okay. I got some decisions.
I just want you guys to know I'm only doing this because you've both earned it, and I may have found a new type of enemy to throw at you.
Oh.
Trust me, guys, you've earned it. Also, I'm about to throw, this big bad monster at you.
So I found a brand new revived half dragon I can throw at you guys. Shoot, you guys are probably survived.
Okay, no spoiler alerts. Let us be surprised. Okay, bye.
I'm not gonna call them half dressed.
Oh, new stat
You'll
block
know
here.
when you see them.
All right.
Oh dear. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Have a nice
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
This will be fun. Good night, everybody.